I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Finish doing the thing. It is fucking having
What's the ad?
problems. What is
Who
the
is
ad today?
who is not giving us money?
What is the ad today?
I always do I do YouTube Premium, so that way it's I always try to encourage YouTube Premium because whenever people watch my videos using YouTube Premium, I get ad revenue. So
Totally.
I feel that I do similar when I do YouTubes.
I do similar when I do.
Shut up. I don't feel good.
Are we on? Because people are saying hi, nerds.
Yeah, we're waiting for the ad to finish. I was waiting for someone to say that we're good.
No, my ad is done. Like, so all I have to
All
do
right.
is do the count, sweetheart.
Sounds great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every single week. Your bartenders for this evening will be a non-pencil,
Ah!
enigmatic otaku,
He turned himself into a pickle. Funniest thing I've ever seen.
flammenwerfer,
Yes.
milk,
Priest, I turned myself into a pickle.
and I'm a dead fucking meme. This week we have a reprisal of sorts, if you will. We interviewed a wonderful guest who said, hey, you should get that Josh Scorcher guy. And as proof that we listened to people, we talked with Josh and decided, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it live. We've got the wonderful Josh Scorcher with us.
hi.
Yay. For those of you who may be tuning in for the very first time, hello and welcome. We are the community-oriented Barcast, where you politely request the guests, we politely ask them on, you ask the questions, and then we make them miserable for 2 hours. If you would like to see examples of other ones we've done in the past, feel free to check up on casts such as Andrea Libman, John Delancey, Nighty, Dusty Cat, and more out on Google Play Music, iTunes, and other places where you digest your podcast-related material. The lovely non-Pencil is watching the Twitch chat right now. Pencil, what are questions that we don't ask our guest?
For anyone tuning in for the first time, you'll find that we do not use questions that are religious in nature, have to do with politics, or are too personal, like what's your social security number? Where do you live? What is your mother's maiden name? We're not fucking doing that. Don't do this. However, this is a rated R podcast, so rated R questions will be fielded as we have time available. For you in the chat, we also have a very special feature. It's a drinking word. Anytime you hear the words it's like or like, which apparently our guest says a lot, have a drink. Please drink responsibly. Don't send yourself to the hospital again. This is especially not a good time for that.
This is correct. So, without further ado, we have a whole set of interview questions. And my goodness, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Well, we could mention that if they want to donate bits to us, they can click in the lower right and click Get Bits. And the person with the most bits donated by the end of the stream gets their name read on air.
Thank you, Pencil. Thank you for covering my ass, although I wish you would cover my front. Without further ado, we have actual interview questions. Let's start with the very basic Scotch. Josh.
Yeah. Wow, somebody wants a drink.
I need a drink. Just let me do.
Oh Lord.
ASMR.
That wasn't a drink. That was a drank.
Let's start with the very basics. Josh, who are you and what do you do in the fandom?
All right. Well, I am an entertainer in the fandom, reviewer. I do reviews of My Little Pony episodes and analyses. I also am one of the creative directors of TF2 Analysis Anarchy, which is just basically a bunch of other reviewers in the fandom just in a TF2 setting and just making fools of themselves. I also have, if it'll permit me to be an egomaniac, I believe I'm probably the guy who infected most of it, a large portion of the fandom with D&D, because of the Brony D&D campaign. It's still going strong. I'm actually going to have a session of that tomorrow, and we are encroaching on the series finale.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I've been planning this I've been planning the season finale for 2 years.
Excitement. Where would they tune in if they want to catch up on previous ones as well as be ready for your season finale?
That's on Dr. Wolf's channel, Dr. Wolf 001, Dr. Wolf 001, and yeah, it's it's a lot. It's going to be a bit of a grind to get through it. It's like most of these episodes are about an hour long, and I'm at work. We're the ones that have been released is currently episode 161.
Whew.
So yeah, it's great for a podcast if you want to listen to while you're at work. But yeah, I've been putting a whole bunch of. I freaking commissioned final boss music for this.
Ooh,
That's fantastic.
Yeah, money well spent.
I would sure say so. Well, let's get to know you a little better. How did you get into My Little Pony?
I freaking love telling this story.
Good.
So my first foray into MLP was I discovered it through memes. Like you know, like the cheeseburger sites. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
I discovered it through there, and I just figured it's like, I don't know, it's like, I guess this is the new meme fad. That and so it's like, well, whatever. I guess it's just the new meme fad. Then I saw the death battle of Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. I'm like, okay. And then just how Rainbow Dash won, I'm like, wait, is this for real? And then one of my friends who sorry, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here. Then one of my friends who I had very high standards for the media that he watched, he told me that this was good. I'm like, okay, if he says this is good, then something's up. And at this time, I was in the Marine Corps. I had just gotten out of boot camp. And I go over and I watch one of these. I watch one of these episodes. I basically binged the entire series until I believe Luna Eclipsed was the live episode at the time. And I'm just watching these. I'm like, wow, they put effort into this. And so I reviewed an episode of it. You know, it's like I didn't know how, because I didn't know what else to do. It's like I wanted to talk about it with someone because the whole phenomenon was fascinating, but I wasn't really in an environment where I could talk to people. So I just projected my thoughts onto the internet and, you know, did the review. You know, a lot of people liked it. And about, I don't know, like 2 weeks later, we were doing morning muster. And then all of a sudden I hear Lance Corporal Burner report. And I think I'm in serious trouble. Oh no, what did I do? You're only told to report if you've actually done something really bad. And then I say, Lance Corporal Burner doing as ordered. And then my platoon sergeant turns to the entire room filled with like, what, 3 dozen other Marines. As you all are aware and have seen, Lance Corporal Burner has braved watching the show known as My Little Pony. And then I'm just like, very slow. It's like, it's very slowly dawns on me. Wait a minute. Everyone here knows I watched the show, and everyone here has seen my review of it.
Did you feel the color just rushing into your face and your like stomach falling through your feet?
I can hear your wife laughing in the background.
Yeah. So, when that happened, and to confront, in honor of his bravery, we bestow upon him this medal. It was a brony shirt.
What? Oh my
Amazing.
God! Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing about being in the Marines. It's like a lot of people have this image of being in the military it's all gruff, taking orders, and there's so much drama, like everything you see in like a military drama film. But it's not. It's not. It's like being in the military. You're basically a member of a sitcom.
I've been told by someone who was in the infantry, and he said being in the infantry and basic and beyond was just like a bunch of hilarious shit you weren't allowed to laugh at.
Yeah, it's that's pretty much it. That's one thing that I do miss about being in the Marine Corps is the feeling that my life was a sitcom.
Well, I mean, given your life now, which is still very pony heavy, and you have a wife, and it's still rather sitcom-ish.
Yeah, I suppose it's yeah. I'd like to think like maybe I'm what is it? I like to think I'm one of the more liked members of the Friends cast, but whatever.
Well, and he's modest too. Oh, by the way, speaking of your wife, can you just like yell over your shoulder right now and ask her if she's going to watch Celebrity Drag Race?
I don't even need to ask her. I don't need to even ask her that question. I'm pretty sure she's going to say yes.
Then just tell her Pencil's going to watch it too.
Pencil's going to watch Celebrity Drag Race too, honey.
Woo! Sorry, we're done. It's okay. That's all.
Yep.
To try and prevent us from merging into drag Barcast,
Which we've done before.
let's talk about the community a little bit, Josh. What do you consider to be your favorite part of the fandom? What keeps you here? Is it the online community, fan fiction, cons, music, the show itself? What keeps you here?
Well, I'd say it's kind of a little bit of everything. Like the people are nice. The fans are nice. It's like the fan fiction's creative. It's like there's a couple people I follow on FimFiction who just routinely churn out good stuff. It's like a lot of the music's very good. It's like, yeah, I'm trash, but hello, Lullaby for a Princess. It's like, oh yeah, it's like everyone freaking loves Lullaby for a Princess. It's just a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff is really good, and yeah, I do love the show. It's kind of like Disney meets VeggieTales. It's like good animation, good humor, good values, and it's like, and also I've met a lot of lifelong friends through this fandom. So it's just like it's a great place to be.
And a wife. Don't forget the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is my I consider my wife to be my best friend.
Aww.
Lucky you. You met a bunch of lifelong fans to this fandom. I wish I have.
Oh my God, dude, we are right here.
I wish I have.
I have wingmanned you. I have taken you to places where there are strippers. You've seen my titties. You shut up, Enigma.
I wish. I'd like to live.
Speaking of living, let's talk about the fandom living on. We're in the place where Generation 4 is over. And we're in this weird Generation 4.5 place where we're waiting for Pony Life. Generation 5 is in development, and it would be difficult to imagine Generation 5 or Pony Life sparking that same level of lightning in a bottle that Generation 4 did as far as creating the Brony fandom and the Brony movement. What do you think we need to do as a community to not only stay alive but stay relevant in ways similar to, like, say, Star Wars fans or Trekkies?
Honestly, I don't think we really need to do anything. It's like we don't really need to do anything other than just keep doing what we've been doing. Just continue to be fans, create art, create music, create stories, watch the show, support the show, like make analysis videos, do podcasts talking about it. It's just, I don't know, just keep the passion going, and it's, I know this is a cliche, but if you build it, they will come.
I find that interesting, especially given that you're from the analysis community. When you've made an analysis of every single episode of the show and the movies and Equestria Girls, what is there left for content?
Well, that's the thing. There's always going to be new content. It's like there's always going to be new Star Wars. And it's like Star Trek is still going. There's always going to be stuff, and it's like people still talk about Teen Titans. That there's always these characters and these characters and environments and worlds and universes. People always we keep coming back to these. We keep coming back to Superman. We keep coming back to Batman because, well, for one reason or another, but people are just passionate about these things, and people are passionate about My Little Pony, and people are just going to keep coming back. Heck, they'll create their own episodes if they need to. It's like we already got those we already got those like voice synthesizers for all of the Made 6. And I'm like, oh boy, there are going to be so many bad things going to be made for this.
I'll back you up on that entirely, like 100%. Also, it's worth noting that, like Star Trek, My Little Pony gets multiple incarnations over time. I've been watching Pony since I was literally born. I'm in my 30s. Pony is still going. It's just going through different phases. And there might not be as good phases, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to come back around and good content. I know you're right. But Minty was still cute. Shush. But no, it's going to come back around eventually. And again, I was a fan before. I'm going to be a fan after. And I think there are a lot of people like me that are going to still want to consume content that people like Josh or like us make.
I've been a fan since I've honestly been a closet brony ever since I was like 12 when I saw the My Little Pony movie.
Oh God, that movie traumatized me. Did it traumatize you?
Nothing can stop the smooth.
Bo, 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 bo. Yes. Okay. We need to stop.
The song is so freaking catchy.
It's an earworm. There's also like some really weird sexual shit in that movie I didn't realize until much later involving tentacles. I'm just saying.
There was also that mushroom that the little elf guy sat on, and which then grew.
There's some weird shit. Yeah.
I did not see it like that, and I'm still having trouble seeing it like that.
Have you watched it much since? That's the big question.
I did a live riffing of it at what was it? At Everfree Northwest.
Yeah.
If you want to see like the sexual things that you miss, just watch it with a bunch of inappropriate friends, and they'll point them out for you.
Yeah,
that's true. Ask your wife to sitting with you. It'll be great.
All right, now then, one last question before we throw you to the wolves. Start fielding some fan questions. Who is best pony?
Depends on my mood, to be honest. Currently I'm in the mood of Celestia.
You like the Sunbutt?
Yes, I like Sunbutt.
No.
Well, he's being biased here because flames and whatnot. And it's just a big ball of flames in space.
Well, I really enjoy her because, I enjoy kind of the implicit drama that she goes through, like having to basically banish her sister for 1,000 years until she could figure out a way to purify her, just being that lonely, having no one to talk to, having to watch everything pass you by. All of that, and just still trying to find joy in the little things, like tiny little pranks or just messing with people who put too much importance on tiny things. That's just something I find fascinating in a character. And she's also warm and she's motherly. I just really freaking like Celestia.
She did not spend 1,000 years trying to purify Luna. She spent 1,000 years perfecting her pancake recipes.
You might even say that Celestia is Bestia. We're gonna move on.
I'm not sure whether to hug you or punch you for that.
I do both all the time.
It's true. That's why we date. Now then, we've got our first question from the chat. It's the lovely, lovely other guy who loves to regularly ask that question. You know that question. This week's a little different. It's how big would your baculum be if he had one? And I'll be honest, I didn't know what a baculum was. Pencil, what's a baculum?
Baculum is a specialized bone in some species. Specifically, think of those like a coyote. That actually is in the dick. When people talk about a dick bone, us humans do not have dick bones, but animals like coyotes do. And in some ancient civilizations, and less than ancient civilizations, the baculum is considered not only good luck, but a fertility charm and having mystical powers and curing diseases. But basically what the question is asking is, how long yo dick?
Excuse me? The boner.
I drink a lot of milk.
So your cum is tart?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I was going to say ask your wife, and then I realized you'd probably be more uncomfortable with that than she would. So let's not ask your wife that.
Let's Okay, we've got questions out in our thread. Out on our thread on fanfiction.net, we receive questions from anyone who might be interested in asking questions to our guests week after week. Our first set of questions comes from Muggany, who says, "Please excuse grammar. I'm on the phone. LOL. Hello, how are you? I am good too. Thanks you. Okay, here are my questions. Okay, number one, did you like My Little Pony?" What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Did they have a stroke writing this? Like...
Josh, are you still in the air about this?
Can I get back to you on that one?
Number two is, do you like My Little Pony and which pony? As in, like, his specific little pony. Gross.
Sounds like a euphemism.
It probably is.
Not the worst euphemism I've heard.
Fair. Let's say this next one's better. Okay, number three. Why are griffins so cool?
Never really thought about this, but well, the fact that it's both an eagle and a lion, that probably does a little bit of that, and how we are in America and how we feel about our eagles.
Right, and
y'all know how in Europe, how everyone puts their lions on their coat of arms. So I guess it's just kind of the best of both worlds. Like everyone freaking loves griffins, and I think another reason that people like griffins is like they're just really they're a little more like obviously hardcore than a pony. They got claws, they got a beak. They're freaking part eagle and freaking part lion. Okay, they can kill you.
Makes you wonder.
Go ahead.
Makes you wonder where they get their regular meat intakes.
Yeah.
Griffin's also kind of a cool name. Like Griffin is better than like Eon or Legal. Never mind. We're gonna move on. Don't make jokes. That's not fair. You can't make jokes about that.
But okay, fine.
I just had the idea. I just had a story idea now that Gabby is a lawyer and she's a legal.
I hate everything about this. So about all the people on this cast so far you want to punch, Josh?
No, nothing yet. I'm not really getting there.
All right, I'll check back in later. Okay, see how we do.
Number 4. Why are you so cool? That's a joke. Haha. I don't know who you are. Haha. How far have you gotten into this so far? How was your day?
I tried and failed to do a lot of laundry because I kept washing this one sheet over and over that I didn't realize was water repellent. And it came out of the washer completely dry. I'm like, why is this thing coming out completely dry? Is the washer broken?
That's amazing.
And then someone had to explain it to me, dude, this fabric is water resistant. Oh.
So when somebody asks you, like, what day of quarantine you're on, you're just like, I am on this day. This is where we're at.
Okay, so if it's that's the thing. I am a massive introvert. So when they told us, like, dude, you can't leave your house. You have to stay indoors. So just keep doing what I've been doing.
Well, girl, same. I have experienced much the same thing.
I was about to ask questions about like why you would have a water repellent sheet, and then I realized sexy times are a thing. And I'm like, that's really smart. I need to look into getting some. Totally Not a Brony is up next. If you don't mind me asking, how many YouTube subscribers does one need in order to make a decent living?
Ooh.
That is a very difficult question to answer because audience retention is a thing. And it also depends on what kind of content you make. Like, there are people who make half the amount of who have half the amount of subscribers I do, and they make probably twice the amount of money I do because they are able to keep their audience engaged better than I can.
Mm-hmm.
They also game the tag system. They can also game the algorithm better. Oh, the freaking YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, we know.
It is a pain in the neck to try and game. So yeah, that's why I've been doing a lot more streaming because it's like I noticed that people are a lot more generous with your money when you're streaming and interacting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's there's a lot of, and the reason that you see like YouTube gamers plugging all their merch or like doing all these gift card giveaways and stuff, it's kind of a necessary evil because our ad revenue is, for a lot of us, is not enough to supply a decent living wage. It's like I'm able to make a living wage, but I'm one of the lucky ones. I am the exception. It's like if you're a little kid trying to say, "Oh, I'm going to be a big YouTube star." Good luck. It took me a decade to get to this point.
And is that a full decade of really trying? I want this to be my career. I'm genuinely putting 100% into this, or is
commitment?
Is that 3 years? I'm just posting stuff because it's fun, and then you go, I could actually do this, or
for like the first 7 years, it was kind of that. It was my hobby, but I eventually built up my hobby to the point, I could make a living out of this. So yeah, but that's why you see a lot of people, link their Streamlabs, link their Ko-fi, or link their Twitch, or especially for me, link their Patreon. It's it's because YouTube is, for a lot of people, it's not big enough. And the thing is, you're always pressured to improve yourself. You're always pressured to make your content better. So, making your content better costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're kind of in this endless loop of spending more money to get more money, and eventually a lot of people get crushed under that weight.
I think that's really well said. So then Totally Not a Brony follows up with, what sort of other related sources of income are there for aspiring creators in order to try and keep themselves afloat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's as I said before, Ko-fi gives you tips. Streamlabs is a very streamlined service, no pun intended, for getting your merchandise or getting donations out there. YouTube super chats, not great, because I actually read somewhere that YouTube actually takes a cut of the super chats, which is really, really stupid.
They do, yep.
So yeah, I'm going to have to make it's like the thing, and that's the stupid thing, is because we're donating to charity. We are we are calculating down to the cent what is going to us and what's going to charity, and it's kind of ridiculous because YouTube is taking a cut of that, and
I can understand where in some ways YouTube needs to keep themselves afloat, but you would think that if you're like a nonprofit, and there's even ways to game that too. It's a slippery slope.
yeah, and that's it is ridiculous because like what freaking YouTube, like the secure Silicon Valley guys are like for the freaking with the freaking death grip over our culture. You guys can't. It's like, come on, stop taking my money. I earned it.
Yeah, I need it for like, booze
I need to
hookers
eat.
Yeah. Steak. That's my steak money. Don't take my steak money.
Yes, honey. I was using the royal eye.
Yeah, always remember, everyone, feed your wife or they'll kill you in your sleep.
Happy
It's
wife,
true.
happy life.
It's like a cat. Now then, up next, we have questions from Fan of Post Everything. He says, "Oh, this should be fun. My apologies for everyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about in advance, but the Friendship is Magic the Gathering opportunities don't come every week." Okay, I am now 100% into this conversation. It's time.
No.
Yeah.
If you could plop the main six into any Magic the Gathering plane just to watch the ensuing fireworks, which one would it be and why?
Ooh.
I'm ready to completely dominate this question with you, Josh. Like we've got this.
He's very into this, like to the point where I have concerns about his addiction. So please be careful. Do not take my man from me, please.
Okay. If they go to Ravnica, they're gonna die.
Yeah, but you can say same thing about like Dominaria because it's like dying and I mean it's flourishing now, but it was at one point dying in time magic and continually phasing in and out of reality.
Yeah, but then there's I'm not sure how Kaladesh is doing.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing for Zendikar or Innistrad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Innistrad. Ooh, it's that's the thing. Like a lot of these Magic the Gathering planes are like dystopian nightmares. So
you know where they would do great? Lorwyn. They would do great on Lorwyn before it became Shadowmoor.
Yeah.
Then it became a dystopian hellscape. But
yeah, I feel like that's the fate of every single plane is to become a dystopian hellscape.
yeah, I mean, we still don't fully know what's going on with Ikoria. And I suppose...
Oh my gosh, I would... Okay, that's the plane, Ikoria. I would love to see Fluttershy try to talk smack to Godzilla.
Yes, literal Godzilla. We have what? Demon serpents. There's the elemental otter. Oh my gosh, Fluttershy would be amazing on Ikoria.
Is this what it felt like when his wife and I talked about like Drag Race for 20 minutes? Is this what that feels like?
Okay, let me put it this way. The next set of Magic the Gathering Ikoria, it is kaiju themed.
Mm-hmm.
So all the cards reference some sort of kaiju culture.
Yes.
It is freaking amazing, and but yeah,
it's definitely a I don't need it kind of set.
Yeah. Conversely,
right.
which planeswalker would you like to see in a question?
Yes.
I think I think the one who would probably fit the best, like he would be able to, like blend in not only with appearance but also with philosophy. Probably a Johnny.
You're right. A Johnny would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Priest, go.
Yeah, because he's a white planeswalker. He's very orderly. He's very kind. But he's also willing to bust out the moves when things get bad, and and he's also a nice cat boy.
Yes. the cat boy with all of the cat dick porn online. That, oh, I don't need that now. Oh no, I don't need this.
Taka 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 intensifies. Priest.
What?
That'd also be an excuse to bring back Katrina. If you know her from like the OG MLP.
Oh yes, that is a thing on Derpy Brew. She has her own tag. It's safe for work, you dummies. All right, Entibus.
Well, not all of it.
Stop. That is a child you are talking about. Number 1, Entibus. Best ship and worst ship from the show.
Ooh.
And this is your headcanon, not like canon ships.
Controversial.
Best ship and worst ship. All right. So, this is probably going to be a very controversial choice for worst ship, but Rarajack.
Ooh, why? Defend your answer.
They would drive each other nuts. They would not be able to live together. I know people love the idea of, like the prim and proper person, dating the bumpkin, but no, their personalities aren't compatible. Their lifestyles aren't compatible. I don't think their moralities are compatible.
What do you mean their lifestyles aren't compatible?
I'm sorry, that was awful.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Well, their lifestyles aren't compatible because, Rarity is Rarity is too ambitious. She's too competitive. I don't think she's going to be willing to give up her life's work and her hobby to live with someone else. This is something that she's done for her entire life. And Applejack's definitely not going to leave the farm because
Oh God, no.
Like, I can see something casual on the sly, but like,
I mean, at the end, she just ends up an old cat lady.
Yeah, it's just, the most I could see with that ship is like maybe like a month of dating, but then realizing, this ain't gonna work.
Could you see like an on and off fling where they're both so involved in their work, but occasionally they just get together to fuck in a hotel room and then go back to their lives like once every few months?
Right, that's like what I was kind of trying to hint towards.
Like they both need to get off with somebody besides, a sibling in the case of Applejack. But anyway.
She can't with a sibling anymore. He's married.
That has not stopped a great many people.
You beat me by 1 second.
Fug, sorry.
But yeah, I honestly can't really, see that. But
Also, I feel like Rarity would be like a pillow princess, and I don't think Applejack's all about hard work.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're not willing to put in the work, and I feel like Rarity would lay there like
that's the thing that a lot of people don't. Yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't really realize is that marriage. You really have to learn how to live together, and that includes like sleeping habit. That includes like sleeping habits. Like, I am a nester, okay? I like pillows, I like blankets, but I also like the fan blasting like 40-degree air right at my face.
I'm realizing very quickly you didn't know what I meant by pillow princess.
Oh.
Oh, sure, yes. Rarity likes lots of pillows, and Applejack does it. That is what I meant. That's what.
Like, are you not going to be? Are you not going to be an instructor today?
No.
Okay.
Josh is a nice boy. I don't want to hurt him.
Why does everybody do that around me?
I'm sorry.
This is why he doesn't learn. This is why he doesn't learn. Everyone does this around him.
Everybody, I swear, this happens every single time. It's like, yes, I don't get pick up on a lot of things. Yes, I'm still kind of on the innocent side, but it's just like, but whenever I say, like, it's like, oh, I don't understand this, nobody wants to be the one to
Okay, I will fall on that sacrificial dagger. I've got this. Okay, I can do this with euphemisms. Okay, I can do this.
Pull out the finger puppets.
You know what'd be funny? Actually, I'm really curious, and if no is okay, could you ask your wife what a pillow princess is?
The hyena.
No, can you ask her what a pillow princess is and see if she knows?
Okay, they're asking me to ask you if you know what a pillow princess is.
Is that like a donkey?
Oh,
A pillow princess is a girl in a relationship, usually LGBT, who just lays there and takes sexual pleasure and enjoys the fruits of that labor without actually reciprocating or putting in any of the work if she's on the bottom.
Ah, okay.
So basically, it's not even a female, sometimes it's a guy. Basically, if you're always the one who's just like, yes, go down on me, yes, eat me out, yes, but you'll never do anything in return, which is why I said Rarity was very much a pillow princess and Applejack appreciates hard work, and so Applejack would probably prefer a relationship where the other party works as hard as she does, and I'm so sorry, and I'm good.
So in other words, it is similar to a donkey.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're probably a lot of subtext, like especially if it's sexual, goes over my head.
I'm getting the sensation that that's going to be true, which means I need to be very literal with everything I say, and that's going to be weird. But we gonna do it. We're gonna. How much drink do I have? I don't have enough drink. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
You see, Josh. Contrary to popular belief, bun in the oven does not mean bakery or pastries.
I'm aware of that one.
So in not sex related talk, because segues are hard. Do you listen to Ponies at Dawn? If so, what is your favorite album?
I'm not sure I've heard of them.
They're kind of the modern reincarnation of Balloon Party. It's really worth checking out.
All right.
What non-canon race would you like to see in MLP?
Let's see. What non-canon race would I like to see in MLP?
The Chupacabras.
Okay, so there is my favorite mythical creature might have already been shown. I'm not sure if it counts though. My favorite mythological creature of all time is the Hellhound.
Oh,
I'm unsure. So I'm unsure if Cerberus. Counts.
Well, it depends on your definition of Hellhound. Like,
yeah.
But yes, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. So I would say I would say Hellhound because But yeah, there's or heck, if they want to throw the Tarrasque in there, that'd be funny.
The what?
The Tarrasque.
What the hell is a Tarrasque?
Basically, a meme D&D creature. So I'll just give it. It's a near indestructible creature that it's stereotyped that your dungeon master throws it at you when they hate you and really want to kill you.
The thing you can only kill with the snake eyes.
No. That.
I was thinking of that creature from Gravity Falls. All right.
Okay. Next question is: can you do a Diamond Dog impression?
Last gems, precious. Get us the gems.
That's not bad at all. Fuck, man.
It's just a race of golems.
They are kind of a race of golems.
They're golem-like.
Up the stairs we go until we get to the channels.
Making all the sex jokes in my head right now and saying none of them. Anyway.
Moving on. Cozy Glow, Lightning Dust, or one of the pillars, which one has the most unused potential?
I don't know. I think Cozy Glow got all of her potential out. Lightning Dust. Yeah, I think they could have, given her she could have been a better, more recurring rival to Rainbow Dash. So there's a little unused potential there. But the pillars, oh yeah, they just MLP's world building is freaking weird. It's like
It's definitely inconsistent.
Yeah, it's very one and done.
Yeah.
When they brought back the pillars, shouldn't there have been a risk of them infecting people with old diseases or them getting infected with new diseases?
Magic.
Magic.
That is it. That is the plot hole mender. It's like Star Wars, it's the Force.
Also, points for medical science because medical science is important and smart.
Yeah.
Question number 666. I'm sorry. I think I just heard Doom music start going off in a portion of my house. What would you live in Tartarus in a month for?
Okay, so a month of isolation, or really just a month of really like sitting behind bars, like talking to other prison creatures.
They're clearly not starving you.
Yeah, clearly. It's just
There's Big Doggo.
It doesn't seem like that bad. I mean, I've been locked with people like for years who I didn't really particularly enjoy being around. So I don't know, I guess financial security?
Would you do it for a Klondike bar?
No.
Oh.
So, dumb question. The cage is in Tartarus. Does it have bars on the bottom, or is it just ground?
I think it's just like iron, like an iron floor.
Okay. Because every time I look at these sort of like cartoon cages, that's a kink. If they have bar floors, that seems like it would be miserable because trying to sleep and rest on this ground that is just made of iron bars seems miserable.
What I want to know is where do T-Rex and Cozy Glow use the bathroom?
On each other.
What?
Why did you go there with it? Of all places.
Moving on. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Where
No, you're not. Why?
You're right. Sorry. How did you come up with your OC, Josh?
Well, for one, it's like the jacket and shirt. That's my typical, video uniform. So I know I wanted to do that. But my two favorite colors are red and yellow. So I figured, like a red body and maybe like a yellow mane. That might be good. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the eyes until, then I realized that I was experimenting with a bunch of colors. And I'm like, ooh, the yellow eyes look really good. Yeah, and that's kind of one thing I've noticed whenever I create, some characters like for D&D and stuff. It's like, I'm strangely a fan of yellow eyes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you like evil seeping under the surface.
Can confirm first OC has gold eyes.
Yeah. And but yeah, also unicorn. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't feel much like a Pegasus. Like if I were in Equestria, not sure I would be a Pegasus. Not sure I would be an Earth Pony. It just unicorn just felt right, I guess. And I like the ability to like shoot fire out of my horn. So that would have been that's fun.
Hey.
Being able to create explosions with a magic spell, that's also fun.
Yeah.
So like Tempest, where she just shoots her horn magic into the sky and blows up galaxies.
Yep.
All right, we have Alex _ up next. Number 1, hey Josh, how do I wash my hands?
Very poorly if you're having to ask me a question about it.
Okay, Google, how do I wash my hands?
No! Never ask your Google to help you wash your hands.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
not
looking at,
ask Google to help you wash your hands.
It's
I'm
40
also-
seconds of just torture. I'm sorry, Josh. I cut you off.
Yeah, I was looking at the comments of like, oh my gosh, I freaking started a meme of the whole, unicorns master race.
Oh, that, yeah.
Oh no.
Be prepared.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't help that I'm a white, blonde hair, blue eyed individual.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm the embodiment of. Let me put it this way: I'm the embodiment of everything that Tumblr hates.
I see.
Everything about me, Tumblr hates.
So you hate Bradgelina.
How
There
old
was
are
a
you?
joke there.
Priest, how old are you?
I'm
Jesus
very
Christ, that's like 2005 right there. Like,
Yeah, that's literally decades old at this point, man.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Didn't they get back together, or is? I'm sorry.
My fucking
Was this
Christ.
before-
We're not going to talk about fucking Brad Pitt's relationship status on the Barcast. I have hard limits. I'm sorry.
Was this
On behalf of
before or
my
after
colleague-
the 18?
Josh, on behalf of my colleague, I apologize for our anachronisms. Let us get back to you and how important you are.
Number 2, what makes you feel all tingly wingly?
All right. Sometimes when I listen to like something really freaking good, like a lot of times I just like to shut the doors and just listen to like just some really good orchestral music, and just lean back and just like immerse myself, and just I go like full Napstablook, if you guys know what I'm referencing. I just like sit down, and then just like everything around me just fades away, and just all it is just this world, just the world of this music. And I'm like, this is life, and life is good.
Darn right. Now then, up next, if you had to lose one leg, which one would you choose?
My left leg, because if I were to, because my right leg is my dominant leg. So yeah, I'm also good. Whenever I do boarding, I'm goofy footed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are a goofy side, and I only know that because of like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that didn't make you upset. Would you recommend to the younger generations out there Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yes. Oh my
Which
gosh,
one?
the game series is so good. Okay, so, freaking, I think it really like hit its stride at like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 was pretty good, but then Underground and Underground 2. Oh,
Eric fucking Sparrow.
yes. Oh man, in the first one, he's an absolute. You just hate him. But then Tony Hawk's Underground 2 comes along, and he just becomes the butt monkey of all butt monkeys, and it is glorious.
What
And of
would you
course- and of
define
course-
as a... Go ahead.
I was just gonna put an earworm in Josh's ear for the foreseeable future.
No.
So here I am.
No!
Everything and
No! It won't be, no!
I hear this and I'm just picturing like a skateboarder grinding on power line.
Superman. Sorry.
Stop!
It's
You're making me nostalgic and sad.
Be sad,
Under-
be happy because it happened. Not sad because it's over.
Remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater? I
remember.
remember grinding.
I remember grinding, then quarantine happened.
Anyway.
Also, under fear of dating myself, I love Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, really? No one else?
Oh.
Enigma, come on, back me up here. I'm going to you
You're by
for...
yourself on this one, I'm afraid.
Why would Enigma have the money to enjoy such things?
Yeah.
So here I am, doing everything I can. All right, moving on. Would you rather eat a small pile of nail clippings, 5 human teeth, or a bundle of hair? We'll give you a glass of water to go with it.
Bundle
all
of hair.
carrots and
Bundle of hair.
Fair enough.
What if it was pubic hair?
Oh.
Whoa, gross.
If it was that, then nail clippings.
Yeah, at least they have protein.
Protein.
Okay. Number 5. Will you tell me a secret?
No.
Got him.
Well, that's an answer.
Number 6. What is the sexiest kitchen appliance? Please don't say toaster.
He's gonna say the garbage disposal.
Oh no! Oh God! Visualized it. It's in my head now. Thank you. Thanks.
I guess the Foreman grill.
The Foreman grill.
Yeah.
Why? Defend yourself.
It's because I like making burgers on it. I'm sorry, I don't really understand this question.
Do you think burgers are sexy? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't understand this question.
Do you like eating your meat? Sorry, no, we can move on. I'm sorry.
I know one appliance that's sexier than that. The Fruit Ninja. It slices. It dices.
I mean, to me, the sexiest kitchen appliance is the olive oil dispenser for, I think, obvious reasons. Anyway, Priest, what's your next question?
I think burgers are sexy. Jack of a Few Trades is up next and says, oh, and he must have voted because he forgot to put questions. Good. That said, we got 5 questions in the next poster. I think it makes sense to take a little early ad break so that way we don't cut off mid-post. So, without further ado, hey, Petzl! Do you know that we donate money to charity?
I do.
Did you know that there's quick and easy ways to assist our charitable endeavors?
Really? Tell me how those happen, Priest.
First, they get an envelope.
No. Nothing that you said is correct.
No, I want to see where he's going with the envelope. Hold on now.
All right, where are you going with the envelope, Priest? What do they do with the envelope?
They cut off their ear.
Okay, what's the next step?
They put money in the envelope.
Okay.
And the ear.
Okay.
And send it to the Barcast Patreon, where you can donate at least $1 and get Discord privileges, such as being able to see behind the counter, which no one does, but we still do, because sometimes there's porn here. But there isn't this week.
Wait, hold on. I'll get some porn. I'll put it back there.
Yeah, we just got some porn right now.
Oh, yeah. Put some porn back there for us, Enigma. It's also worth noting, if you'd like to donate, you don't have to just do it through Patreon. Also, we are donating specifically to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. This is a horse sanctuary in Southern California. And we support a horse called Robit, who we gets all of our donations and helps him survive and get teeth cleans and hoof cleanings. He was chosen by our viewers as the horse to sport, and he's adorable, and we hope to visit him someday. You can also donate money by donating bits. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen, there's a little diamond. If you click on it and then you click Get Bits and you watch an ad, you can get bits for free, but we get real money. If you do that, at the end of the cast, we'll read aloud who donated the most. Right now we have Ranfast Reader Alex and Hat Venomous, so get donating.
Last year we were able to... Oh, please, go ahead.
And you can also donate to them directly because they're great.
Last year, in addition to con fundraisers, we were able to raise about $1,000 for charity. So we hope to continue that and hopefully improve our numbers as time goes on. So please, if you would like to help our endeavors to support horse rescue charities, as well as be generally awful people, please consider donating to our Patreon, throwing some bits, and joining us on our little journey. Won't you? No? Okay, then back to questions.
Yay!
Hawthorne Bunny's up next, who puts a very sunshiny Celestia into the thread, saying, "Welcome to the cast. Here are my questions. Number 1, have you seen any of the Scooter Tricks the Abridged other than the episode you were in? If so, what do you think of the series?"
Yeah, I did watch a few episodes to make sure, like I wasn't supporting something, I wasn't lending my voice to something, bad. But
Oh,
do
no.
do a little bit of vetting. But yeah, it's a bridge series. I have very, very high standards for a bridge series. Basically, the only two abridged series that I watched are, DBZ abridged, Hellsing abridged, and Sword Art Online abridged. And those are really freaking good ones. Like, probably my favorite one is Sword Art Online abridged. It is because it not only fixes the problems of the original, but it's almost what it should have been. That abridged series is what Sword Art Online should have been, because the characters in there actually act like actual gamers.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, in the very first episode of the very first one, when you have, like, the guy with his waifu that's actually another guy, I made happy noises in my throat over people that I guarantee would have done this. But I agree with you otherwise.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like a bridge series. I've watched a lot of the pony ones, and I see why people like them, but they are just not for me. Because when it comes to like nonsense abridged series, like Code Ment and stuff, I know a lot of people freaking love Code Ment, but I can't really deal with the nonsense ones. Like, and I like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I know people love Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and I appreciate the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was the first one, and it made everything. It caused all of this. It's like, and I will support it, but I can't watch it.
Question then: how do you feel about shows that sort of do that, but they change it up, like Friendship is Witchcraft?
I watched. I didn't laugh.
Aw,
It's
that's too
not
bad.
for me.
But that's fair too. I don't think that's important to note. Just because something is not for you doesn't mean it's shit and should die.
Yeah, that it took me a while to get out of that mindset. But we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Each their own taste.
Yeah.
Now then, next question is, what is your favorite Celestia headcanon?
Ooh. Oh, there's a couple in there. Like there's the headcanon with it's like where did she get Spike's egg? Like she was friends with the mom, but the mom died, and so she's doing that. There's that. What else is there? There's also the headcanon that Celestia, like, was the reason that Celestia lost to Chrysalis in the royal wedding was she was holding back, because if she used her full power, she would basically melt the entire mountain. And there's actually a fan fiction that went into that. It was it's a really great fan fiction. I shouted it out in one of my videos. It's called A World of Matchsticks. Yeah, it's like where basically Celestia steals Superman's world of cardboard speech from Justice League, and it's like instead of saying I feel like I'm in a world made of cardboard, she says I feel like I'm in a world made of matchsticks, where she constantly has to hold back. And it's a really cool it's a freaking cool fan fiction. But I think probably my favorite, headcanon is that Celestia is a freaking warlord. It's like she knows how to fight, she knows how to tussle, she knows how to do all of this.
I like the idea that she had Spike's egg because she cracked some dragon eggs to make those pancakes.
Is there a meme I'm missing or something?
No, he's just normally like this.
Yeah, that's just the way he is.
Like, she needed an egg for the test, and she just went into her fridge, grabbed Spike's egg, and was like, there you go.
We always ask what happened to him, and I recently found out that his mother used to wash all of his dishes with laundry detergent. So that's why. If you're wondering, just that's why.
I think good.
Number
I'm not
3.
lying.
Who is the best character of the Young Six, and why is it Yona?
Yona is the best, hands down. Yona is the best, and because she's so earnest and so cute. Like, yeah, I know it's like, yeah, you got like Ocellus, who's, you know, yeah, she is cute, but you know, she's cute in kind of a moe way. And it kind of makes...
What are you saying about my moe waifu?
Yeah, and you know, yeah, Yona comes from a culture where everyone's just so earnest and trying their hardest, and she's just so adorable. I really love. I don't know. I kind of gravitate towards very earnest characters.
So Applejack?
Yeah, I do like Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Applejack. She is second best main 6 for me.
Ooh.
That's some hot
Who?
competition.
Who?
Who best?
But yeah, first best is Rarity.
Oh, right. Duh.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Now then, what do you think of them's fighting hurts?
I like the fact that, you know, I'm actually a fan of the situation. You know, like even though they got the cease and desist, you know, Lauren Faust herself came down from on high and blessed this new game with her presence, and just and made this really creative new world, new characters, and you know, made this new fighting game. It's a great situation. I'm not a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom style fighters. I'm not a fan of those, like, you know, I'm not a fan of like these combo fighters.
I've never personally been good at combo fighters. Throw on a game of Smash and I'll play till the end of time. But
Smash is okay. Like pretty much like the only other fighting game that I can really do well with is Soul Calibur.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and that's not much of a combo fighter, at least compared to something like Tekken or Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, which, you know, has all of those, or like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Like, I don't like, you know, games where you have to memorize all of those combos and then unleash 100 hits before, and you have like no chance to actually, you know, retaliate. That's why I freaking hated Bayonetta.
Not a fan of Bayonetta myself for other reasons, but yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, it's like Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur, I'm good with, and if someone tries to make me play Tekken, I'll only play Yoshimitsu because Yoshimitsu's my main in Soul Calibur.
But Street Fighter, though. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 though.
No,
but you have to get on the actual arcade machine, to be clear.
No, not really a fan of that.
Okay. Well, but there are other video game questions.
Yes, dovetailing off of that, who's the best Smash character? Who's your main?
My main in Smash is either Ike or Roy.
Okay.
Something about swords.
Yeah, it's you know that Smash Bros. Meme about too many swordsmen.
Yes.
Sword boys.
Yes.
Yeah. The next question is, what video game is your guilty pleasure?
Ooh.
Guilty pleasure. I think I might have already said this, but I want to look at my Steam list to confirm. Give me 1 second.
Is it Honey Pop?
No.
Ah,
Hmm. Okay, yeah, because yeah, come on, Steam, log in. Come on.
is it Kadowa Shoujo?
I don't think Cattle Shoujo is on Steam.
It's not on Steam,
it's
but
not.
I don't know. I kind of wouldn't call that a guilty pleasure because that thing has some legit good writing. Yeah,
I
I
agree.
mean, I turn off the the sexy bits, but
You turn off the sexy bits, but the sexy bits are so emotional and like pure and lovely, and well, some of them are. But that's anyway.
yeah, the only person I want to have sexy times with is my wife. So
Aw, that's
Ain't that
adorable.
let's see. Let's see. Guilty pleasure. This is hard because I like to think I'm very secure.
So you have no like Barbie's Dream House Vacation games or anything weird like that?
No.
No, no Babby games.
Or it doesn't have to be like that. Like, for example, a guilty pleasure game of mine is a little known title on Wii called Fortune Street, where it's basically Monopoly, but with the stock market, and it's no one else likes it but me.
Okay, this is going to be a very controversial. I know that this is a bad game, but I still do love it, and I acknowledge that it's bad. I enjoy playing Superman 64.
Oh my god!
What?
I see you
How?
like Ring Simulator.
Like, how do you? How? I'm impressed, but how?
Well, I play on easy mode where you don't have to fly through the rings.
You know what? That's fine. I'm happy you enjoyed that. I'm happy for you.
You don't have to fly through the rings, and that it's like when I was a kid, I played it so much that I found a lot of glitches, and I think that kind of sparked my fascination with So Bad It's Good. Like I find like these easy glitches where you can like clip through the floor and just start flying around, and like all those cheats, and just I don't know. It's kind of a spectacle of So Bad It's Good.
Okay.
You know what they say? If you love it, you gotta put a ring on it.
I'm so done with you. What, priest? What is the fucking next question? God, fucking damn! I don't have an alcohol for this.
The next question is from Short Skirts and Explosions, that writer, a background pony, and of course all of the Flash Sentry. He asks, "What doth life?"
What doth life? I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't know. I think my mind's too slow to come up with a witty retort for that in some sort of Shakespearean like pseudo language.
Fair enough. Then we've got questions from that other guy, who starts by showing you a little picture and says, "How does this make you feel?"
Confused?
Good. That's what we aim for.
I remember this next question. We already kind of asked you this, but I like to ask it to your face. So,
for how much charity money would it take for you to star in a porno?
it could be with your wife.
And it goes to a charity of your choice, obviously.
Give me 1 second. I gotta research something.
Uh-oh.
Research is required to answer this.
I'm scared.
Let's see. Let's see. 24,713,401 million.
Is that all the money in the
All
world?
the money in the world.
No, that's the U.S. national debt.
Oh.
I knew it.
You're not nowhere into that, but that's funny as balls, dude.
That was a great fucking joke. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, and we're gonna move forward because you set it up. We set you up.
Oh my sweet Jesus Lord. That was funny.
I needed that laugh today. Moostasm's up next. Number 1.
Hey, priest.
What?
Maybe someone else should read Moostasm's questions.
Okay. Maybe someone else should read Moostasm's questions.
Someone like Flammenwerfer.
Hey, Flam, why don't you read these questions?
Certainly. Up next with Moostasm, who says, I can't think of a good question-related tagline this week, so we move straight into number 1. Equestria, vacation spot or permanent residence?
Vacation spot, permanent residence. I would not be a fan of like a world-ending scenario happening every other month.
This is completely fair.
Only in Ponyville, though.
And God,
No, it's like changeling invasions or Eternal Night or Tyrek walking up to you and kicking your chest in and stealing whatever life force you have. Yeah, no. Yeah, I would only want a vacation there.
Sounds good. I agree.
I'm sorry. Am I too practical for this?
No, we've had very practical answers to this, and I happen to actually 100% agree. Like, if I'm staying there better be no way for me to get back. So now I've been requested to read the rest. I'm not reading question 2 in this, but we'll get to that when we get there. I've been requested to read this in a specific way. So number 2, cheeky timeline shenanigans. You must replace one piece of historical artwork to include things, paintings, statues, literature, videos, whatever it is, one piece with a piece of your own artwork. Your art will receive the same exposure as the replaced work, including public showings, readings, school assignments, being read in church, etc. What do you replace with what? And how do you feel is history changed as a result?
That's a good question. Let's Okay, so I'm gonna do a very chaotic answer for this.
Uh-oh.
In a recent countdown, I did a parody of the DK rap.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
And I am going to use that to replace the song Amazing Grace.
So every time there's a ball game.
Sorry, it's like we're at a funeral and we'll now stand to observe.
Here we go.
I'm just thinking of the church choirs now.
Here we go. Like, sorry, there's so much you can do in the background with it. It'd be great. Oh, I love it.
Night of September. Beautiful. How do you think history has changed? Just take a gander. How has history changed?
How has history changed? I don't know, but wait, would that mean that I would have invented rap?
Yes.
Oh,
Technically, yes.
Yeah, because, man, church music is going to be very, very different.
We're not going to get into it, but I'm just going to say church would be like hell lit. That's all.
I remember growing up and you had the music albums for like the music with the worship music albums. And I'm just thinking just one of those songs that they're going to show on TV is just, here we go now. Fucking randomly, and those have been the best commercials ever. Fantastic. So, because everyone hates me, I've been requested to read the following question in an alter ego of mine, who's lovingly known as Hand-Holding Hans.
What?
And so, yeah, so
I get
please-
messages every cast asking for hand-holding Hans.
I'm surprised Flaherty isn't higher up on that list, but
I don't know
neither here nor
why.
there.
It used to be Flaherty, but now it's hand-holding Hans for some reason.
Okay, so question number 3.
If you were the very model of a modern major general, would you have information primarily animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Oh. I am the very model of a modern major general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and quantifies historical from method to Waterloo and order categorical. I'm very well acquainted with matters mathematical. I understand equations both simple and quadratical. By the way, theorem, I am teaming with a lot of news. Lots of news. Got it! With many triple facts about the square of the hypotenuse. I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beans and immaculus. In short, as matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
Fantastic.
You're the first one! You're the first one! I've been waiting for so long! You're the first one! Okay.
And so I'm a little disappointed you didn't provide a choir right there.
I couldn't keep up and stay in sync.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
he didn't.
you couldn't provide backup rap for DK for
No,
the DK
he
rap?
didn't. Also, he didn't do the repeat of the square of the hypotenuse.
Yeah.
I was ready to break in with the repeat on that one because that one I know I could catch up with. Then you are the first one.
Oh, dude, I actually did a parody of that song for my top 10 Sega fails.
Oh my god. Okay. Everybody else goes, "What's that? What is that?" I sit there going, "Oh, okay."
So yeah, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I did this song as a parody, and I was singing about Sonic 06.
Oh lord.
It is a very model of a modern game calamity. The glitchy graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity. The back inside and car controls inspire much profanity and thanks to lack of gravity and go for abnormality. A barely tested product rushed before us to finality. The goal of certain favorite holiday of Christianity. Some beta testing really could have helped us at disaster seas. And then we would have crowned this mess a modern gaming masterpiece.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, here's my favorite line. Here's my favorite segment. If you're probably not all glitches killing Sonic dead, anachronistic art design will surely make you scratch your head with after Disney creatures next to anime monstrosities. The boss designs in Silververse are horrible atrocities. A plotline so bizarre it's a completely new reality. A timey-wimey story that's ignoring continuity with Blaze the Cat embracing a peculiar morality and featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality.
Please tell me you repeated that line.
Yes, showcasing epic bestiality and featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality, featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Watch it on my top 10 Sonic songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Sega fails.
No, you are not sorry. That was great. Priest, what's the next question?
Arcade Striker JK5 is up next, who starts by asking, what is your favorite non-My Little Pony franchise?
Well, part of me wants to say be trash and say the MCU.
Oh.
But, that's tough. Because I really do freaking love the MCU, specifically Captain America. He's my favorite Avenger. Favorite non-MLP franchise. Let's see, video games. I do very much love Dynasty Warriors. That's my that's probably one of my favorite video game franchises. Yeah, or Kingdom Hearts. It's like, as much as I love to just, really love to make fun of that series, it's just I love it to bits.
And can you give me a short explanation of Kingdom Hearts?
No,
a short
he
and
cannot.
simple explanation.
No, he cannot.
That's
light,
a job for
heart,
Barry
darkness,
Kramer.
dark, friendship, heart, light, friendship, darkness, heart, light, friendship, darkness, heart, darkness.
I believe you.
Sea salt ice cream. Yes, sea salt ice cream.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh yeah, yes. It's like, thank you, honey. Here's another one. Okay, I believe you.
Yay!
Yeah! references.
We do that to each other all the time. We should
Okay, I
continue
believe
because
you.
we're running out of time.
Speaking of running out of time, we're moving to the next question. Have you ever done any fan? Never mind, we're not even going to tackle. Have you done fan content for a non-LP franchise?
Yeah, I've done for like just watch any of my top tens.
Yeah, we really, really know that.
Lone Troopers up next. What is your most heartwarming moment at a convention?
Oh, frack. Okay, so when I started out doing videos, it's like at first I just wanted to get my voice out there. I just wanted to, I just wanted someone to listen. But then once you get that person, this one guy, like this actually isn't one guy. Like a couple people have talked to me about this. Is that they come up to me, they start talking, and then they start sobbing. They talk to me about how my videos got them through like very, very hard times in their lives. Like my videos stopped them from committing suicide. It's when as soon as you hear that, it's like your motivations for doing what you do change very quick. And yeah, it's like my wife, she was one of those people.
Aww.
Aww.
So yeah, it's whenever I make videos, it's like, I'm kind of making them for her.
That's fucking adorable.
Up next, what advice would you give for people who are looking to start their own YouTube channels?
Don't.
Besides don't. Yeah, besides don't.
It is not gonna lie. For a lot of it, the ship has kind of already sailed. So not only it's going to be very, very hard to get your name out there in just like a sea of people who have already gotten their name out there. It's like being able to stand out. But if you're really trying to do this, patience. That is what you're going to need. You're not going to become PewDiePie overnight. You're not going to become Markiplier overnight. You're not going to become me overnight. It took me 10 years to get where I am.
You're certainly not going to do it just doing Pony.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know that.
It's true. Number 3, how did you meet your wife, and what are the 5 best things you love about your wife? It's the crush time. It's time to get sweet.
All right. I met my wife. I actually had the story on my old on our old wedding website. It's basically the idea behind it is it's like I'm sorry, I'm really bad with my words right now. Okay, so I had this dub project. We were doing a Fire Emblem Awakening support dub conversations, and I got a lot of voice actors and actresses to audition, and she was one of the people who auditioned. She voiced Flavia. And when I got her into a call, we started talking, and it's like apparently people said that we were flirting, even though we didn't know we were flirting. And just through all that, but unfortunately, I was doing a lot of the planning and stuff by myself for that project, so it kind of entered like a development hell. And I just went to the chat saying, "Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. This project has not been coming out for a while. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I'm not very organized." And then she talks to me saying, "So, what do you need any help?" And then I just jokingly say, "What I need is a secretary." And she says, "I can do that." Wait, what?
That's adorable.
Yes, she still has the screenshots. She still has the screenshots. And so what happened is I give her a little impromptu interview, and she has the credentials. And so I was very, very slow. I wasn't able to do a lot of videos. I wasn't able to do scripting. I wasn't able to actually edit the videos. I was very, 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 very slow at getting things done. And she got me a great schedule. And I was able to do things. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's it's like I'm feeling productive. I'm doing things now. And we started talking about that a little bit. We started talking more because she was basically running my life at that point. And I found out that she hadn't seen any of the movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh Lord.
Well, the thing is like she doesn't really like watching, movies. Yeah, unless it's her idea. And I didn't find out about that little detail until later, that she doesn't like watching movies. So that in hindsight, that was hint number one, that she was into me.
Aww.
Yeah, and so we were watching all of these movies, and one of my friends, Luna Corva, it's like we were talking about how we were doing this, and then he said, that sounds a lot like you're dating her. And then I just kind of blinked twice. I'm like, wait, am I dating her? Wait, does she like me? Wait, what?
Hey.
So at that point, I started thinking, like, could she be the one? And so during our next date night, I decided to do a little bit of scoping, like seeing if it's also, I had some help from my brother, to think about. It's like, hey, how do you tell if a girl likes you? And then he gave me like a checklist of things to look for. She hit every docket.
Aww.
So, okay, she likes me. Do I want to try and see if I want to commit to this woman? Well, and then I started asking her probing questions like, so what do you think about this situation? Or what are your values? Like that sort of thing. And I found out, wow, okay, she's cute, funny, she's got a good moral standing, and she's organized. It's like I'm a calming presence for her, and she's an organizing presence for me. Holy crap, I think this will work. And then I think this might actually work. And so I bring her into a call like out of the blue, and then I said, hey, Ari, so I've been noticing things about your behavior. I've noticed a lot of flirting coming from you. Do you like me? And she, to her own surprise, was very forward about it. She's like, yeah, I do have a crush on you. And then it's like, I didn't find out until later that she was thinking like, oh no, I'm fired. I am so fired. What she was surprised at to say was like, okay, let's give this a shot.
Wow, that's how you ask a girl out, guys. Like, now you know. Just, hey, let's give this a shot. That's how you ask a girl out.
It's very
do not look to me for dating advice, because our situation was very, very special, and if I try to give you guys dating advice or relationship, well, if I try to give you guys, like how to tell if a girl likes you, how to, like ask a girl out, I am going to ruin you.
If the girl kisses you, is that a sign that she likes you?
On the mouth.
But girls kiss their friends, of course. So you could just be a friend.
Yeah, Freeze.
So, at what point did you write down on your schedule, propose to me?
I actually, you can actually see my proposal to her on YouTube. I proposed to her at the last Crystal Mountain, at the very, very last Crystal Mountain PonyCon during opening ceremonies.
Adorable.
Yeah, and we had our proposal blessed by Nicole Oliver.
Rarity herself gave the blessing.
That's you fucking know. You know. Okay, you've been on this fucking podcast for 3 fucking years, and you don't know that Capital Saint Germain is Rarity's voice.
Dude,
I get them mixed up. I only know Liv Mintera.
That's a bit. That's funny because. Okay, I really love to anger my friends with misnomer jokes. I intentionally get things wrong. Like like my wife will start humming "Fred Like Me," and I'll say, "Oh, I love Tarzan."
Cool.
Yep. It gets me every time.
Well,
Like
That's-
intentional misquotes, or like do or do not. There is no try. Oh yeah, Harry Potter said that.
Oh God.
that's when they were trying to. That's when they were trying to throw the wands in the lava.
Yeah, it's yeah, and that sort of thing. It's like everyone knows that I freaking hate puns. I am not a fan of pun humor, so I get them back with misnomer humor.
So it's kind of a punishment for you.
Get out.
Question. If you had the ability to collaborate with one Barcast member on a story or a video, who would you collaborate with?
I don't know anything about any of you.
That's
You
okay.
ran Metroid Equus.
Shut up, Enigma.
Well, I mean, we're all our own awful bag of worms, so like, it's a shit show no matter who you pick.
It's true. It's entirely true. It's a weird question to be not only asking but be asked. Let's see. So the next question is: which planet would you travel to get out of the house? And once there, what would you like to see or do on that planet? This does not include Earth. Let's assume you have the proper equipment to survive on that planet.
Assuming I had the proper equipment to survive on a planet, which planet would I like to go to?
Yeah, which one has the best Disneyland?
That's a good question. I mean, I suppose Mars might be fun. You know, like that, the little less gravity. You know, see where they filmed The Martian.
Just don't drink the water.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess Mars, but you know, it's like I wouldn't. It's like, even though my favorite planet is Saturn, I wouldn't be. It's like, why would I want to go there? Because I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Isn't Saturn the one where it rains diamonds? Wouldn't that like shred you?
Well, assuming I had the equipment to survive there.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So even if I went to Saturn, it's like, why would I want to be there? It's just
Well,
I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Oh, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, in the interest of time, we're going to move ourselves on to the next question. Since we only got about 20 minutes left. Where would you like to see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years, both personally and professionally?
Next 3 to 5 years. For one, I would like to be able to support myself and my family with just my internet stuff. I would also like to be able to be in a 3-bedroom house, and I would like to have a kid.
Yay! I also like goats. Let's see. The next question. What do you believe the future holds for the site of film fiction?
Well, fanfiction.net is still going. Filmfiction.net, people are always going to find new stuff, especially with the advent of Gen 5. It's like, that's just going to be so much new there's just going to be so much new fodder there. Like, it's never going to end. It's like, whenever people said like the fandom was dying, it's like people are such freaking drama queens.
Yeah. I mean, next question. Out of everything you've done in your life, what are you most proud of that's not related to MLP?
I'm proud that I got married.
Yes, I was going to say, if you didn't find an answer, I was going to give you the correct answer, but you got it on your own.
Yeah, it's just, I'm proud that I mean, you know, this whole thing, like, oh my gosh, I did it. I freaking did it. I found the love of my life and we're happily married. I can't believe I did it!
Yay!
Yeah.
Up
All right.
next, we have what games, movies, TV shows, or fan fictions or books would you personally recommend to everyone to help pass the time?
Oof. Well, if you're looking for games that have bang for your buck in terms of, play length, I don't know, Skyrim.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you can play that for fucking ever.
Yeah,
Outro, duh.
Yeah, there's also a game for the Xbox 360 / PS3. It's a Dynasty Warriors game called Dynasty Warriors Strike Force. Oh, it's a co-op online game that you can play like for freaking ever. So like, imagine if you guys have ever. So imagine if there was this online co-op DBZ game.
Jesus.
It is freaking fun. What else? Fan fictions or books. I don't know, like anything by Tatsuro. It's like Tatsuro's fan fiction. He basically takes a pony and shoves it into some other universe.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's like Fluttershy was shoved into Team Fortress 2. And the thing is, they all end with that pony coming back to Equestria. Sometimes with people from the world. So Fluttershy was in Team Fortress 2. Pinkie Pie was in God of War. Let's see. Rarity was in Batman Beyond. Applejack was Devil May Cry. Twilight was Ratchet and Clank. Rainbow Dash was not the MCU, but the Avengers, like the cartoon series. Let's see. Luna was in Undertale. Let's see what Spike was in Metroid. What else was there? Yeah, there's a lot of those. I gotta quickly look that up. Tatsuro.
Oh yeah, his stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
See, I was about to do this really smart segue of, if that isn't a strong endorsement of our Tatsuro cast, go check it out. But I'm looking at it, and I don't think we've actually had the opportunity
Discord
to interview him.
Yeah, Discord is raised by Shiogorath and Elder Scrolls. Chrysalis is raised by Deadpool. Let's see.
I will say, in the interest of time, I would like to ask you just a few more questions.
All right.
Lone Trooper's next question is: could you share the Wi-Fi password?
Shambhala, if you guys get that reference.
Yes. Yes, I get the reference.
Next question is from Vylon. It is time for questions with Vylon.
It's time for questions with Byline.
Vylon time. How are you today?
I exist. It's a start.
Fair enough. It looks like Vylon's going easy on you this week. Vylon's known for coming in and asking our most distressing questions that we've ever seen on the cast. But it looks like we are sorely missed. We have some rapid-fire questions from Chad the Lad. So, real quick, yes or no's. Do you like Star Wars?
Yes.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Ooh, good taste. What is your favorite video game?
My favorite video game is Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Oh, multiplayer, fun for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite dad joke?
Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you?
I see. The answer we're looking for is Enigma's father. Number
No,
4.
the answer isn't Enigma's father. It's Enigma himself because I'm his joke.
Anyway.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Red. Ooh. What is your favorite music genre?
Either classical or power metal.
Okay, hold on. Power metal band. Let's go. What do you like?
Let's see. Sabaton, Dragon Force, Hammerfall. Let's see. What else do I like?
You're already friends with 2 people in the chat automatically. So.
Let's see. What else? Striper. Let's see. Power metal. I told it, man. It's that the ADD is the worst.
It's all good. Hey, you can stay, my friend. You are good.
Okay. Let's see. Black Majesty's okay. Ailstorm's good.
Yay!
Camelot's good. Oh, Powerwolf. Powerwolf's great.
Nightwish.
Obviously. Rhapsody of Fire. Those guys are great.
Glory Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, Glory Hammer.
Yay. Okay, yeah, we're good.
What is your current favorite meme?
Okay, this is my favorite meme. There's a point where we needed to stop, and we have clearly passed it. But let's keep going and see what happens.
Oh man, that's been around for a decade or more at this point. I love it.
That is my favorite meme of all time.
Nice.
Impact font.
Yeah, that's my favorite meme, and it's like I remember when remember the whole Bowsette thing.
Yes.
I remember it's like at that point it's like I was thinking, oh gosh, it's only a matter of time before someone makes a Super Crown dating sim, and then I put that meme. There's a point where we needed to stop, and we've clearly passed it, but let's keep going and see what happens.
It's time for the age-old question: catbirds or fish burbs? Griffins or hippogriffs?
Griffins.
Griffins, hands down.
Yeah.
Now then, out of all the top 10 blank fails videos, EA, Sony, etc., which one was the most fun or interesting to make in your opinion?
Well, it's always fun to dunk on EA because, EA is EA. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting research that I had to do for the Nintendo fails because they've been around the longest. There's a lot of things there was a lot of surprising things I didn't even know, like especially the relationship between Square Enix and Nintendo and how that whole situation worked out. Yeah.
Now then, the next. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, never mind. It's like I talk about it in the video. You guys can watch it.
Go watch the video.
Go watch the video. Martin Luther Parks is up next, who asks in all caps, "Are you a necrophile?"
No.
Good.
Yay! Let's
You
go with
passed
this
the
one.
test. Now we have questions from a non-pencil. Pencil, would you like to ask your own questions?
Sure. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
What would you whisper into a vagina?
Did I find it yet?
What would
Is
it
this
whisper?
it?
What would it whisper back?
No.
One of the more the last person I asked that to just made farting noises at me, so I appreciate your, intelligible answer.
Hey, I didn't fart. I said a genuine answer.
Oh my god.
We've got questions from Jammer now. Number 1, what's it like to make videos?
It's fun. The script writing process is fun, but yeah, as Silverquill said before, it's like the blank canvas is a little bit daunting. But once you actually get the rhythm going and you really get immersed into the process of it, it becomes like super duper fun. Yeah, and even now, it's like every time I release a video, I'm always like super nervous as to how people are going to react to it.
Totally fair.
Mm.
I know I'm the same way. What programs do you use, and what's the good, cheap, or free one to start out with?
Okay. What programs do I use? Well, if you're going to record anything, you need Audacity. That's free. If you're going to but in terms of my program, I use Magic's Video Pro X, and it's a video editing suite that I get a discount on every year because I've been such a faithful customer. But there are it's the going price for it is about $600, but there is a budget version for around like 80-90. So I would recommend that if you're trying to make good quality videos without like good video editing software, without shelling out a lot of cash. I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Yeah, and even then, like I know I used the Adobe Video Creation Suite for a while, like with Illustrator and so on. But it gets pricey real quick. And for like the Barcast, I know we swiped Vegas Pro 13 off of the Humble bundle, and it's done us decent so far. But you're the one that's successful here, so
yeah. Okay, so yeah, any tips, tricks, or things you wish I knew when I got started? When you go into your editing program, set it so that it saves every 5 minutes.
That's so smart. Yes.
But I don't know what it is about video editing programs specifically, but they are unstable as heck.
Not just that, but music creation too. Number 2, if you could hug anyone on the Barcast, why would it be Enigma?
Why me?
I'm a hugger. I'd hug anybody.
Wow.
Yay.
Well,
So you have no standards.
Word of warning, I'm going to hug you back, and I'm going to make it uncomfortable by giving your cheeks little, like, toot-toot.
No, only my wife is allowed to touch those.
Your cheeky?
That's how you get punched, Enigma.
I'm curious, Enigma. Did you mean his face or his booty?
His booty.
Oh, I assumed it was like the cheeks. He was just gonna reach up and go poop poop on your cheeks.
You're just gonna hear bongo playing,
and then you're gonna hear Enigma hitting the ground.
To be fair, it's gonna be the most affection he'd gotten that month. Number 3, are you aware of the OC Thing Pony?
No.
Are you aware of the movie The Thing by John Carpenter?
Yes.
So, oh wow, I can't spell. Holy shit. There. This is Thing Pony. Yes.
Would you hug Thing Pony? Would you kiss them goodnight? Would you tell them every little thing is going to be all right? Would you stick your dick in it? Or snoodle boop them and let them be a roommate?
No, because I don't want all of my cells to be infected by the thing. Are you... No.
But what if she said real nice that she wouldn't do that?
You would believe her?
I mean, look at those eyes. Would they lie to you?
Yes!
Are you sure? Do you really know unless you try?
You only get one try with that sort of creature, honey!
Well, she can have as many eyes as she wants, so therefore as many tries as she likes.
No.
Just no.
After watching the after watching the face fusing scene from the Thing sequel, it's like, yeah, nope.
Well, Thing Pony will have to stay out in the cold.
And sad and cry because that's what she has to do now. I don't think we're making him feel bad.
No, but it was a joke because the thing it takes place in the frozen north.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I
Yay!
understand the joke. Speaking of understand, I understand that now we are running short on time. So, without further ado, Josh, if there's someone who catches this cast after the fact and they would be like, "Oh no, I'm so sad, I missed it, and I talk this way all the time," how would they get in touch with you? How would they ask you a question? Do you have Twitter? Do you have, an email people send questions to? What's the best way to get in contact?
The best way to get in contact with me, I do have a Tumblr blog that I do answer questions on occasion. I don't answer a lot of questions on my Twitter, but if you really want a guaranteed response to a question, then I do have a Patreon.
Awesome.
So you should donate to his Patreon.
Yes.
It's true. Do you have a Patreon link that's easy to remember, like patreon.com/Josh Scorcher? Or
Yep, patreon.com/Josh Scorcher.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure that we have a link here in our video description, and people should go check it out.
And are there any final words of parting and wisdom and encouragement you want to leave your fans and viewers with? Is very profound, but anything else?
If you look for the light, you'll often find it, but if you look for the darkness, it is all you will ever see.
Good thing I like the darkness!
Darkness.
Imprisoning me.
Heartless.
All that I see. Okay.
All right.
I love Disturbed.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
the anger. Well, without further ado, Josh, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come join us on our little podcast.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Dude, I love Frozen.
Wow.
And for all of you,
No, dude, that's not from Frozen. That's from Lilo and Stitch.
No, you're wrong. That's from the second Toy Story movie.
No, you're wrong. That is Milk. Who do we have next week?
I'm pretty sure that was Toy Story 7 you guys are talking about there.
Oh my god.
That's the one where it has like Andy in it too for Andy Dufresne, right?
This joke is dying. Milk. Who do we? Well, if not next week, what are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're doing RamCon, and we're gonna read a whole bunch of shitty stories.
Yep, we're going to be on a
true.
FurryCon online, and you can come listen to us read some of the worst fictions in pony fiction and drink as we do so.
Yes.
And on top of that, because I don't shut my trap, be sure to also check out tomorrow at Pony Fest. I'll be giving a writing lecture on second person, as well as on the favorite fan fictions panel. So we're doing 2 cons tomorrow.
Go
Yay!
shit talk him!
Yes, it's going to be great. Milk, who do we have next week?
You're probably going to be upset because I might butcher this name here because I'm not quite sure on the pronunciations, but it is Ragos, the first place winner of Jake's writing contest.
Exciting!
Without further ado, thank you everyone for watching this edition of the Barcast. Your bartenders have been Anon Pencil, Enigmatic Otaku,
I need to make boom boom.
Flam and Orfer,
I'll make boom boom on your mom's chest.
Oh god.
Pickle Milk,
That's where you went with Boom Boom, really?
our amazing guest, Josh Scorcher.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm doing panels tomorrow. Go watch them. This isn't the Barcast anymore. This is the Flutter Priest cast. I have won. I have taken over everything.
Flutter Priest and the Barcast rides again! It's back, bitches!